Hello everyone and welcome back to Python lessons on Codecademy. Today we will be continuing with functions. We will start off with talking about importing modules. What modules are they're just functions already made for you by Python and that are usually on your computer when you download Python already. So an example of this is random, SYS, and a lot of other things which I can't think of right now, so I'm just going to search it. Uh, import modules in Python. So, examples. Um, I know that random is one of them, Hybo is one of them, um, and you can even make your own modules, which is pretty good. So, let's start off with doing this task, which only requires us to do print sqrt25. So it's telling us that this can't be done because Python doesn't recognize the function sqrt. So let's do something about this. Um, what you can do is import ma, and this just means to import all of the functions into your program so that you can actually make use of them. One of these functions is sqrt or square root. This should return 5 or plus minus 5. So if we do this, let's see what happens. Yes, it returns 5.0. So let's move on. Um, if you only want to import one function into your program, because sometimes it's more efficient and saves you time and memory, you can do this by just saying import um, no, sorry, from module import from module, and in this case module is ma, import sqrt. So let's see what's going to happen now if we only do sqrt of 25 and ma. We're telling it that sqrt is coming from ma so that it knows where to get it from. Um, this is sometimes useful because you might not need any other functions from this module. So let's see what happens. Okay, so because we didn't print, it didn't give us what actually happened, but it's correct. What this would have returned is the same as the previous, which was 5.0. So to import everything from a module, you can do from module import star. Module, of course, replacing it with the name of the module, which in this case is map. So what is this all it wants us to do? Yes. The code in the editor will show you everything available in the map module. So this should print everything that we can do from all the functions from map. So let's see what happens. Okay, so these are all different functions that you can use with map. I don't actually know what all of them do, but my guess is that tan is tan, power, I don't know, pi is probably just pi, and I don't really know the others at this moment. So let's move on with built-in functions. Um, so let's look at this code and try and see what it's going to do. First we call biggest number with those variables, and biggest number is uh, this function. Uh, what the asterisk does is allows you to enter as many arguments as you want in this function, I think, so that you don't have to do something like args number 1, number 2. You can just put an asterisk and that should be fine. Then it's going to print the biggest of those numbers, which is 10, and return the same number, so it's going to return 10. So if we say print that, it should return 10. Let's see what smallest number does. Smallest number in this case also finds the smallest number, so it enters it with all of the numbers and then finds the smallest number, prints it, and returns it. So this is useful because instead of giving a list to a function, you can just give asterisk and then the name of what you want to do, of what you want it to be called. But sometimes this might not be very useful because I'm pretty sure that this is like a list. But you, instead of putting the name of the list here and creating it before, you can just put the arguments in. Distance from 0, and we're entering it with 10. I'm guessing that it's going to print 10 here because it's going to be the absolute value, and it's going to return 10. So what we should get is 10 from this function, minus 10 from this, and 10 from this as well. So yes, we get that because we printed once from there and printed again because I told it to print. So 10, minus 10, and 10. Let's move on. Okay, so previously we saw how the max function, what the max function does. It finds the biggest number in a list. So let's try it out for ourselves now. Let's do max and let's give a list of 1, 2, 3 minus 1111, 8 minus 234. So print maximum should hopefully print 8. Yes, because 8 is the biggest number out of all of those. Min does the opposite, so it prints the smallest number out of the ones in the list. So if we put minus 7, 8, 6, I don't know, minus that, and that, it should print 5463 because from what I can see that's the smallest number. So let's see what happens. Oh, right, I need to use min, not max. Yes, as we can see, it prints negative 5463. Absolute, as we saw, just prints the distance from 0 of that number. It prints the absolute value, basically. So ABS, and it only accepts one number because there is no need to put 2. So if we put 25, it should print 25. Also, if we put negative 25, it should also print 25. But this task currently wants us to do negative 42. So what it should do is, yes, print 42. So let's move on. Sometimes you might want to know what the type of a variable is currently. So let's see how we can do this. Um, let's make a few variables. I don't know. So have Python print out the type of an integer, a float, and a string in the editor. So I don't know. Let's make a string equals math, an integer equals 56, a float equals 454.667. Then let's do uh, type for each of them, and see if I'm going to do this correctly. So if I do a string, an integer, and a float. Okay, so what does it actually want me to do? Print. Um, yes, as I said at the beginning of this series, I'm learning as I go as well. So, oh, type is a function, a built-in function. So therefore, this needs to be an argument. So let's see what's going to happen now. Yes, so what we get is from a string we get type string str. From type integer we get int, type float we get float. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments, and please like the video if you like it, or dislike it if you don't, and tell me why you don't like it. So until next time, bye.